Breaking news of the college football world. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. This is a pity. That's all I had to say. Let's get to it. So, Michigan State gets 3-year probation, 14 wins from 3 seasons vacated. So let me read. The NCAA has placed Michigan State football on 3 years of probation for violations that occurred during the Mel Tucker tenure as coach. The violations occurred due to the participation of 3 ineligible players. Now the Spartans will vacate all 14 wins from the past 3 seasons, a school spokesperson confirmed. That includes all 5 wins last season during the Jonathan Smith's first year as coach. The 3 players are no longer with the program, the spokesman said. Michigan State will also be penalized $30,000 plus 1.5% of the football's program's budget. For the 2024 season, that budget was $58.6 million, according to figures provided by the Knight Commission of Intercollegiate Athletics. The Spartans will also face restrictions on official and unofficial visits, recruiting communications, recruiting personal days, and off-campus recruiting contacts and evaluations over the probationary period. The school released a statement saying it negotiated a resolution with the NCAA to minimize the penalties on the current team. The NCAA handed Tucker, former Michigan State General Manager Saeed Khalif, and former assistant coach Brandon Jordan show cause penalties. Tucker was given a 3-year order. The NCAA said Tucker failed to adequately monitor his program, and Khalif 6 years, of show cause, and Jordan 5 years, were given longer penalties for knowingly providing impermissible recruiting and inducements, according to the NCAA. The 3 cannot work in college athletics until their show causes orders end. Michigan State fired Tucker for cause in 2023 after he was accused of sexual harassment. Well, this is going to be a troll for today. This is a special video. By the way, I'm your Michigan fan, Harry Bryant, back with a special report. I'm thinking of this like, it's like the pot calling the kettle black. Was that Michigan State and among other schools when Michigan was dealing with the whole science stealing allegations that this had this nearly 2-year cloud over the program? And yet, Little Bro them was chiming in. Little Bro them was throwing their darts at the program, calling Michigan a university with no integrity, calling Michigan a bunch of cheaters. Oh, and yeah, they was looking for the hammer to drop on the Michigan football program. Well, they were so busy worrying about what's going on in Ann Arbor, yet they didn't deal with their trash in East Landfill. Make that make sense, Little Bro now. Y'all so worried about what Michigan is doing, but yet y'all backyard was full of filth. 3 ineligible players played with that program for a span of 3 seasons. And here's the beauty of it. They had to vacate a grand total, within those 3 years, a grand total. Hear this. 14 wins. Dude, you can't make this stuff up. They were so worried about what Michigan is doing They was so anticipating on Michigan getting the hammer dropped on the program. Oh, they was really rooting for the NCAA to drop the hammer on Michigan. But was it the hammer that was meant for us? Hit them? Oh, you talking about that hammer? Oh, you talking about the hammer that was supposed to be slammed on our program, but yet it didn't hit us. It hit y'all instead. And now y'all crying wolf. Listen, this is a full troll job. Y'all, throughout those 2 years, when Michigan was going through the whole sign stealing saga, that whole thing about Michigan stealing signs, and y'all didn't show no mercy on us. Y'all didn't show no leniency. No leniency towards us. And you think I'm going to show some leniency towards you? And now you got found out that you was cheating? But yet you want to call the University of Michigan cheaters? But yet y'all cheated for 3 years? And y'all got the gall to try to call us out. But yet in y'all little freaking university, y'all had bigger dirt. 3 ineligible players for 3 years under Mel Tucker and under one under Jonathan Smith. And now y'all wins for those 3 years, 14 wins. That's so pathetic. Y'all ain't even the mid program. Y'all nearly to the bottom of the freaking barrel. 14 wins in 3 years. Ain't even worth vacating. That's an embarrassment. But I tell you what, y'all may not be good at cheating, but I tell you what y'all are good in. Jumping players in the tunnel. Doing cheap shots on the field against one of our players. Oh yeah, y'all very good at doing some underhand sneaky stuff on the field. And even after the game, oh yeah, y'all very good at doing that. Because y'all know deep down inside, y'all can never, ever beat us. Y'all can never beat us, and y'all can never beat us in football. And now all of this coming out with the whole 3-year vacating wins, the same thing that y'all wanted the NCAA to do to Michigan, and the NCAA did to y'all. And now y'all crying wolf. And let me say why I'm saying that they was crying wolf. Immediately after I heard of this story about Michigan who surfaced, I went on YouTube and I tuned into one of the Michigan State Spartan podcasts. And so it was this one, Mike Valenti and his co-host Rico. They do a morning show in Detroit dealing with the Lions, Michigan State, whoever. But I wanted to just watch and just enjoy, just to see the disgust and to see the disappointment in their eyes. And Lord and behold, they did not disappoint. Mike Valenti went on air and was saying about Michigan. Now, his team is in the spotlight now. His team got dealt with as far as the probation, as far as the vacating wins, but they could not help but to mention Big Bro. They couldn't help it. They could not start the show without mentioning about Big Bro. What they saying on theirs. Well, Michigan cheated. Michigan was doing more than Michigan State. So why did we have to vacate our wins and Michigan didn't have to vacate their wins? Well, here's why Michigan didn't have to vacate their wins. Because one, they didn't have factual information that Michigan stole signs. Matter of fact, they didn't really have concrete evidence that Michigan was stealing signs. That's one. And number two, if you know how to read, if you know the bylaws of the NCAA, you're not allowed to have ineligible players on your team playing in the games. If those players, those 3 players, were found ineligible, they were not allowed to play in any of those games. That's why y'all got y'all wins vacated. Ask Ohio. Under Jim Tressel. Ask him. Ask him. And he could have told you. The side stealing whatever the case, is a whole lot different from having ineligible players. Michigan never had ineligible players. But in the hindsight, y'all did. Y'all didn't have not just one, not just two, but y'all had 3 ineligible players on that roster when y'all played those 3 years. And Mel Tucker knew that those players was ineligible. But yet, he still allowed them to play. He still allowed those players to participate in team activities, team practices, knowing that they were not allowed to even be on the team in the first place because they were ineligible. But look at y'all little tears. But yet y'all want to cry about, well, how come the NCAA didn't vacate Michigan wins, didn't vacate their national championship? You see, here's the thing. They don't want to admit that they have a problem, but yet they want to take the focus off of them, and then they want to put the focus back on us. Like, okay, why Michigan didn't get punished? Oh, Michigan did get punished. But here's the difference. Michigan did not have ineligible players, because if Michigan had ineligible players, then Michigan had to vacate wins. Michigan had to vacate the national championship. But for the fact that Michigan did not have ineligible players on the roster, then they could not vacate our wins. But y'all, on the other hand, little bro now, y'all had ineligible players for 3 years, 2 years under Tucker and 1 year under Jonathan Smith. But yet y'all had the nerve to talk trash about Michigan and talk about how a bunch of bums we are and just threw all kinds of names and to see what to stick. Oh yeah, y'all would join the Pitchfork game. Yeah, y'all joined the likes of Ohio. Y'all joined the likes of a Penn State. Y'all joined the likes of everybody and were dogging Michigan. We was dogged for nearly 2 years. And y'all was part of it. And y'all was having fun on our expense. Until it wasn't fun anymore. Now, here's the thing. First of all, Michigan did not get their wins vacated. Number 2, Michigan still kept our national championship. And number 3, Michigan still is not banned from playing in any playoff games. So Michigan can still participate in the CFP playoffs. But y'all, on the other hand, look at y'all. Y'all already ratchet anyway. I mean, y'all programmed suck the bottom of the barrel anyway. So 14 wins in 3 years? 14 wins. 14 wins in 3. It ain't even nothing to vacate. Because y'all suck that much. It ain't even worth vacating. But got the nerve to talk about Big Bro. Stay in your place. See, that's what happens when you cast judgment. That's what happens when you throw stones in a glass house. That's what happens, MS Who. Don't ever throw stones, baby. The Bible says that he that's without sin cast the first stone, baby. And y'all cast that stone. And the stone didn't hit us. No, it ricocheted and it hit y'all instead. Don't ever throw stones, baby. If you live in a glass house, don't. Let that be a lesson learned. You can never be us. You can never be as good as us. You can never be as winning as we are. Yeah, y'all a bunch of whiners. Yeah, y'all hold the crown. Well, I can't say y'all hold the crown. I say Ohio State holds the crown in whining. But y'all hold second place in the Big Ten when it comes to whining. Well, wine today. You want some cheese with that wine? Because we got plenty of it. Little bro now. Now y'all program is in trouble. Now y'all program is getting the negative spotlight treatment like Michigan had for the past 2 years. Nobody didn't feel sorry for us. I don't feel sorry for you either. And I hope they do more to y'all program. Because really, to be honest with you, y'all really suck in football. Y'all really need to discontinue y'all program because y'all really don't have a football team. And what football team y'all call? Y'all couldn't even beat a high school team with that. But yet y'all have the nerve to call us out. When Michigan was in that negative spotlight with the whole cheating allegations, with this whole sign stealing, even with the Burgergate. Oh yeah, y'all was dogging us bad. But now, the tables have turned. And the tides have shifted. Now it's our turn to dog you like you dogged us. So enjoy y'all probation. Enjoy whatever's coming y'all way as punishment. Because y'all deserve every last bit of it. So next time, when you talk about Big Bro, one, show some respect. And number two, watch your mouth. And number three, know your role before you start speaking about Big Bro. Let that be a lesson learned to you. Now, y'all want to call us cheaters? Oh yeah, y'all cheaters now. Yeah, y'all probably bigger cheaters. I don't want to hear anything out of y'all mouth about Michigan being a bunch of cheaters. And y'all got caught red-handed. Playing with ineligible players. An unfair advantage. And that's what I call it. It was an unfair advantage. Now look at you. Looking all stupid. But hey, I love it. Lord jeez, you cannot make this stuff up, man. Woo! 3-year probation and 14 wins vacated from those 3 years. That y'all really do suck. Well, here's the thing. I got good news. You know that those losses that y'all suffered against Michigan? Well, that can be erased. It's like it never happened. But in our minds, it did happen. And just remember, you will always be Lil Bro now. Lil Bro will always do Lil Bro things.